Hey Taurus, this is options for love for this Valentine's Day, or whenever you find it. So this could be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It could be a pick-up pile, but I feel like this is who's interested in you, who you have on your mind. And it's not the end-all be-all for the loves of your life. Like, this is just kind of for right now in your peripheral. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and we'll get going here. So pile 1, we have Beaver. This person's a hard worker. I feel like this person is constantly working. Like they might have a bit of... Let's see, what does it say? She'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. Look at the way that beaver's chomping down on that branch, that tree. Cutting into a branch. So beaver with mountain in reverse. Oh, forest. Look at this. Forests, fingerprints, carbon fingerprint, forest, beaver cutting down trees. And at the bottom, this is someone who's self-obsessed. Maybe they take a lot of selfies. Like, they would go into a beautiful forest and take 25 pictures of their face and 2 of the tree or the wildlife. So this person isn't necessarily worried about their carbon footprint in general. And I'm not sure who you are, but I'm guessing that you are a sensitive Taurus, that you're practical, and sustainability is something that you are passionate about or that you care about, or that's just kind of like a no-brainer for you in the way that you live and the people that you want to deal with. And this person's not in alignment with that, with the mountain in reverse as to how they would fit in your life. From the Untamed Elemental Oracle, it's talking about they could, if it's not that they're just not in alignment, it's that they're not balanced as a person. They don't really have a spine. They're not going to be courageous, and they're not going to fight for your love at the end of the day. With the Page of Wands in reverse, and behind is what we can't see, 9 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So this person, as an archetype, they could be a very hard worker. They could be a workaholic. They could be very charismatic. They could be maybe established as far as a business, a teacher, a leader, someone that's an inspiration to people, like theoretically, like on Instagram. Like on paper it looks really good, but maybe in their real life they don't necessarily have it together. Like you can be an inspiration to, especially if you're an artist or in the music business, and you create something and then you release it to the world, and then you crawl back into your psychosis or whatever as you get ready for your next creation. And it goes on to inspire people, but maybe at home they're like a diva. Like they're great at like if they were an actor, they could be an incredible actor and they're winning awards, but at home they can't maintain relationships. They can't keep a relationship together for longer than a couple months. They're always at odds with their friends. This is somebody who's overly concerned with materialistic appearances. They have a huge ego. Like I said, this is someone who would be less concerned that what they're buying is made with, slave labor or unsafe practices as whether it will look good. It's the in thing. They would never be concerned with what the karmic repercussions may be for their part in being a consumer of that company, something like that. And whoever you are, you think about these things. Maybe you don't have the luxury not to. So, surface level, this person's got it together. And if it's not that they're an entertainer or they're an adventurer, Page of Wands in reverse could be that they're just not interested in you. They're not interested in anyone but themselves. And that would be a problem for you. Because you need loyalty, you need balance. With Mountain in reverse, you're not going to find it in this person. And if you know their astrological sign, it could be that they're actually older in body, youthful in spirit. Or, they're very energetic, they're very passionate, they're very lustful. But when it comes down to being a loyal partner, they are not going to show up for that. They'll show up for the exciting parts and let you deal with what they would consider to be the boring parts. So I feel like if they're not a younger fire sign, let's see. They could be like maybe a Leo, Virgo cusp, if you know their sign. If not, they're older in body, youthful in spirit. It's all about the adventure. Like, this is the kind of person that is not on your level spiritually. So this could be the kind of person that's trying to cram everything into this life, not realizing that really we just kind of focus on, on one or two things a life and master it, work out our karma. That this person's not concerned with karma. They're not concerned with anything but face value, how they're seen, how they appear, what they can get, and what's exciting in the moment. So if this is resonating and they're very, very exciting and it's very passionate and lustful and an immediate spark between you, and they happen to be a fire sign, and they happen to be a workaholic and inspirational to other people, but maybe neurotic, maybe bipolar, maybe, what am I thinking of? It's like borderline personality disorder, but very functional. It's a no. Oh, what does this say? Yeah, and then from this Billy Joel song, she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. I hate and I love. Perhaps you ask why I do so. I do not know, but I feel it, and I am in torment. Cuddless odes. Necio and ferry. Sentio. Excruciating. This person's of two minds, so this person would love you and hate you. They would never treat you in the way that you deserve. They're too neurotic. They're too stuck in their heads. They would project their fears onto you. That's the kind of person that would have a nightmare about you cheating on them and wake up and, stand over you with a knife talking about, why are you cheating on me? And you're like, I was laying next to you the whole time. So this person has some mental issues. They may be very inspirational. They may be very successful. They may be very abundant. But at the end of the day, they're not, they don't think there's anything wrong with who they are, the way they live, and it's just not for you. Okay, so let's go to pile 2 here. Where are we? 912? Eagle. This is someone who's very aware, astute, they're bright, they care about justice, they try to look at the big picture. With the Lion from the Untamed Elemental. Lion could talk about justice. And we have the Justice card with the Magician in the back. So this is someone who's mastered themselves. They understand the world. They understand the tools that they've been given as a person here. They strive for liberty for everybody. It's the Thoth deck though, so that could be adjustment. With the this could be someone who's very gifted with energy. And they've been trying to work out their own karma in life. Or they could be a lawyer. They could be someone who fights for social justice. But they're kind of a old soul. You know, they're not here because they have to be here. With the hate street, they could be a little bit of a hippie there. You could come... if it's not that they're a little bit of a hippie, they just might not be that great with fashion. You know, maybe you're going to be the one that can be like, all right, we're going to wear this today, that sort of thing. But they're very smart. They could be Libra. They could be an American. With the Eight of Cups there, with where they are in their love life, they've had to walk away with the shirt on their back, basically. So whatever relationship they have walked away from, they kind of left with nothing, but they're the magician. They can build something out of nothing. So they might be in the process of trying to adjust their life so that it's balanced, so that it's fair, so that they're seeing clearly before they get into another relationship. And I went with number 2 here. Frank Zappa, anthropologists study people. Theology is an attempt to explain a subject by men who do not understand it. The intent is not to tell the truth, but to satisfy the questioner. With a kind of older person here. So this person could be older in age. They might not have a lot of patience. It's kind of like Judge Judy, you know, fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. George Bush thing. Anthropologists study people, so they could be someone who likes to people watch, or they understand people, or they just have a love for people. They might have a tough love approach to how they communicate. But this is someone who can build their own abundance. They can build something out of nothing. They understand the world. They understand karma. You know, they speak up when something's not fair, so that might get them in trouble, but they're very ethical, but they might not be religious. So that could be a clue. You know, they're very ready to disrupt the old guard. They feel like change is good. They get along with older people. They get along with younger people. They could like baseball. I don't know what that has to do with it, but it might not be the obvious choice, though. Like, you might not know that they have a thing for you, but they have a thing for you. Like, they really, really like you. But they might not be in the habit of relationships or vulnerability, you know? They might be the kind of person that stands up for everybody, but they're not so great at standing up for themselves. Or they're really good at speaking up for other people, but they're not necessarily great at speaking up for themselves. So if you know someone who is a warrior in that way, they love justice, or they're in the legal field, or they're just a manifesting air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but a Libra there with that justice card there. Basically twice with the lion. Or Leo, Libra combo. Major in Leo, minor in Libra, maybe. But they might have had to start from ground zero, from scratch, to build their world up again. And that's what they're doing. So pile 2 looks like it's a yes. It would be good for you. It would be good for your career. It would be good for your heart. It would make you feel free and balanced. They're going to want to fight for you, just like you fight for them. So they're going to want to protect you in the ways that they can. but they might come across as a little more direct or to the point than you are used to, or your culture is used to. You know, it's like someone coming from down deep south, falling in love with someone from New York City or New Jersey. You know, the communication is going to be completely different, and there might take some adjustment there with how you fall into falling in love. So Frank Zappa to me could be that they're just a strange person. Or Hate Street, they are very open and accepting and kind of open-hearted, even though the communication style might be pointed or sound harsh. So looks like pile 2 is looking pretty good for you there. Let's go to pile 3. Pile 3 is a no immediately. We have the puffin. Very cute little bird. One of my favorite birds. I'm a bird nerd, love birds. And number 3 there, the KGB. So we've got the puffin, the KGB, the Bible. It's good to be merry and wise. It is good to be honest and true. 'Tis well to be off with the old love before you go on with the new. And number 1. This might be your first choice, or what you think you would choose first if you weren't delving deeper into it, which you are because you're a Taurus, and you're not, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it right, you know. So peacock in reverse, they're very beautiful on the outside, very appealing, shining personality, you know, they get a lot of attention. They're the ones that walk in the room and everyone notices. But this is also a person with the peacock in reverse, that they're kind of a perpetual victim to the world around them. Immobilized by circumstances, if I remember correctly. With the 8 of Wands in reverse. They're always going to be waiting for you to get them out of their situation. They could be a singer, they could love jazz, they could be a performer. But behind that, we have the 5 of Swords and the Hermit. With the KGB, the Bible, and this person is very better than thou. You cannot convince them otherwise. If they're wrong about something and you present them with the evidence that they are and the facts, they will close their eyes and la 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 la. You know, they don't hear it, they won't see it. Let's see, 8 of Wands in reverse. So that could be a fire sign again. Or with Hush Deck in the back with the Hermit, they could be a Virgo. So if you're dealing with someone and they are that way, you know, like they're just only positivity, that is a delusional person who is going to wreck your life with theirs. You're going to end up alone and feeling stabbed in the back because this person is the ends justify the means, and the ends to them is whatever they want in the moment with the 8 of Wands in reverse. They're number 1. And they haven't left their old partner yet. Like, they're still with someone, and they haven't told you that. The KGB, to me, is that they appear to be the one that you can go cry on their shoulder. They show up and they're like, tell me all about it. You know, like, this could be a clue. Besides that, it's never their fault with the peacock in reverse. I feel like with the jazz and the KGB there, it's that you would tell them something in confidence, and as soon as they could, they'd go behind your back and tell everyone they could. And be like, oh, what? I didn't, you know, they pretend to be dumber than they are, this person. And they'll jump to conclusions. But beyond that, they'll never really let you get near them. With the Hermit, if they're not a Virgo, then you're going to be feeling like the Hermit. Always alone. Always having to defend yourself against them. and whatever drama scheme that they're trying to drag you into that day. Because with the Eight of Wands, it's going to be constant. From day to day, it's a never-ending drama. This is the person that's going to say, I hate drama, and they are the drama. You know, they are the drama. They're number one in their head. And anything that doesn't line up with that delusion, that fantasy, is the enemy. And with Puffin, cute little birds, you know, just fascinating, adorable. But they're very far away. They're very distant. You can't get to them. You know, they live in the Arctic, the Antarctic, Patagonia. So, to me, the pile 3 is someone who's very appealing, and they're very beautiful, and they might be the first person that you think of when you're like, oh, new person, new love, options in love. But with the 5 of Swords there, no. It's like you don't know how bad it can get with this person, basically. And it's them and somebody else already. And the reason why they would never really let you in their life is because they're already seeing somebody else. They haven't said goodbye to the old love yet. They told you that they're divorced. Maybe they're not. They told you that they broke up. I don't think they did. So for pile 3, that's a no. And while I was pulling piles, if it's like, well, that doesn't sound great, remember, that's just this little time period. This isn't the end-all, be-all love of your life. But for right now, it looks like pile 2 is kind of the only option for a successful relationship at the moment. And then I pulled what came out also. Communication. Reverse your viewpoint. Neptune society. So your astrological chart. There's something about your Neptune. Where's your Neptune? Maybe you can look that up today and it'll give you a clue about why you might be feeling pushed to one of the other piles that might end up in just a waste of time, a waste of energy, or isolation, sadness, and having to go back and start all over again with looking for love. We got, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. But this is you. So either you're an earth angel, or you've been guided to notice things that other people are not guided to notice, and you might be alone in that. But stick with that. Your perspective is very important. Your memories are very important. The specific way you see yourself is very important. It's not a fantasy. Okay, you're not in fantasy land. You're a Taurus. You're very grounded. You've got a good head on your shoulders here. And you might be doing, some Secret Service work for the higher realms, So if everything doesn't fall into place this week or this Valentine's Day with love, I'm just kind of hearing that, remember that you are loved. You are beloved. You are exactly who you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. And communication will come in if you're waiting for it. Relief will come in. Relief will come in, okay? And you could get good news from an Aquarius. Or, let's see, what is this? Expensive. Aston Martin. You could win something. There could be good news coming. So if this doesn't exactly make your day with prospects for love, know you have blessings and miracles coming in all sorts of aspects of your life. And if there's any warning here, what is it? Let me see, I'm feeling like there's a warning. You're so hot. Watch out for love bombing. Okay? Watch out for people swooping in that has not made a commitment to you, that's making plans with your bank account or making plans with your energy. Watch out for that. And watch out for strangers that suddenly show up. Huh, that's interesting. Huh. The man who the man who is not anything to boast of, but his illustrious ancestors is like a potato. The only good belonging to him is underground. Watch out for people who come from long lines of illustrious ancestors, but they're just, they're not at your level spiritually. They're not where you are. They don't understand your perspective. And watch out for people who suddenly show up and want to know everything about you. Like, let's just be honest. We're all pretty self-centered. We all don't want to sit around and hear somebody's life story. What's it to do with us? Like, that's not how people are. We don't want to sit around and see somebody else's vacation photos. Oh, yeah, if there's somebody, show me all your vacation photos. Show me all 400 of your vacation photos. Who's that? Who's that? Watch out for that, There's something in it for them. What is it? Just randomly. What is this? Oh, it says that. What is this? And I'm pulling romance in reverse. So that's going to be something that you clock immediately. So that's not even worthy of being pulled on a pile. So there's 3 people that will be in your peripheral. A couple that you'll be like, shoo. But you got this. Your intuition's on point. Listen to it, follow your instincts, your perspective, and be patient with yourself and maybe someone else who's walking away from a lot. All right, you got this. See you for the next one, Taurus. Bye-bye.